In this video, your kiting will go from this to this. So make sure to watch till the end. Before starting to kite, we have a few settings to change. Simply press ESC on your keyboard, go to game, and I will explain you what to change and why. Auto attack has to be taken off because you don't have the full control of your champion. What simply will happen is that if you are in the range of a character, your character will start shooting at him. This is a problem because we want the full control of our character, when to click the enemy and when to not click it. So take it off. You are the one deciding now when to click the enemy, so you're not gonna make enemies click or something that you didn't wanna do. The second setting, attack move on cursor. Attack move on cursor is needed because without attack on cursor, when we're gonna do the process of kiting, there's gonna be a problem. Usually, your aim is what decides which target you're gonna hit. So for example, if I attack move here on this guy and I click A here, I'm gonna attack the guy, which is right. But if we actually try to A-click here, near this target, not exactly on top of him, what's gonna happen is that we're still gonna attack this character. This because in this case, with this setting off, you are gonna take and hit the first target that's nearest to your champion. So it doesn't matter. I can click as much as I want, the enemy that's behind and I wanna hit him is low, but I'm always gonna hit what's nearest to me. And this is a problem, especially in laning phase. The third setting that you surely have to not have on is movement prediction. And when you have high attack speed, what's gonna happen is that your character kind of glides in a weird way. You see there's like some kind of delay, and that's not something that we want. Based on your system, based on your ping, this might actually be helpful sometimes, but the truth is that 99% of the times, especially when I coached, this turned out to be a problem, so I wouldn't actually put it on. Now that we have auto attack off, movement prediction off, and attack move on cursor on, we already have a really good base to start kiting in the proper way. Simply press ESC, go to keybinds, scroll down to player movement, click player movement, and here we have all the settings that we need. Player attack move click is the one that I use the most. It's really easy because you simply have to press A on your keyboard. I put A, you can put whatever you want, R, T, G, whatever you want really. As long as you're comfortable with it, there's nothing wrong with it. What I simply do is I press A click near the targets, and as you can see, I'm clicking the enemy, and that's already better than using right click. Because with right click, what's gonna happen is that I click right click here, and I'm mispositioned, right? I am in the range of my enemy, and this is a mistake. So you don't want to do that. We want to be always max range, and pressing attack move click, even if we misclick, we're always gonna hit and stand at the maximum range, which is what we want. The second type of kiting, it's a bit more niche. It's player attack move. The problem of this kiting is that you have to click twice to input an auto, which means that you absolutely have to click more on top of your summoners, on top of your spells. So if you're not used to play PC games, or you're not used in general to click a lot, this might not be for you. I'm gonna use A, and now this circle comes here. Many people always ask me in the comments, how do you show up this circle when you play? You simply have to go to interface, scroll down here to ability and attacks display, and put show attack move range. If you take it off, you're not gonna see your range when you press A. But if you put it on, now here's the range, and you're actually able to tell how much range and distance there's between you and the enemy character. While I do think that both kitings are crazy good, there are some pros and cons on playing them. Both of them. So here are the reasons of why I would play one compared to the other, and what are the positive things of having the other one compared to the other one. You can pause if you want. The most important thing to learn when you play kiting is to understand which right clicks are good and which ones are bad. As you can see, every right click that's on the same line as your character and on the back of your character, it's a good click. For example, here, clicking on my back will be a good click. Clicking on the same line of my character, those are all good right clicks. The neutral right clicks are right clicks that can work. For example, walking like this to a Riven, it's a bad click. But neutral could also be good, because you have maybe to walk up to an enemy that's 1 HP. So it's not always wrong. It's just that it's a neutral position that you want to take when you're comfortable with it. The bad right clicks are simply put always bad. A bad right click is when you right click here, 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 near the enemy target in general. All these clicks just have no use unless the enemy is literally 1 HP or everyone is 1 HP. But even in that case, you might actually get picked off and just die right away. I'll try to put on screen the tiny painting that we've done. I will show you now. Those are all good right clicks. And this one is also good. Those ones are neutral. And those ones are bad clicks. See? Now, when I kite, I will show you the process. I move my cursor to the enemy and I press A. In this case, I have the other kiting, so I will confirm with left click. Okay, and we are in this position where we are at max range and there's the enemy. As you saw, I did no right clicks yet. Now we have to right click somewhere. How do you understand where to right click? As we saw on the paint, we have to move according to the enemy. If the enemy is standing still, you don't have to walk up. So going into a neutral position will make no sense. While standing on the green zone and going up and down is the correct choice in this case. Because you're keeping a good position, you're keeping the max range compared to the enemy, and you are moving to dodge a spell. That's what matters when you play DC. Standing still like this, it's doable and you're gonna deal the same damage as moving, but at the same time, you will be so easy to catch off. It's not something sustainable, especially the later you go into the game. Having control of your character is what matters, so you have to understand that. Okay, so those are the clicks that you have to do. I'll do A click, confirm, right click, and you see, this is how it looks. Alternating in between each auto and just moving on the same line. What's the hardest part to kite as an ADC is to understand which position is good to take and which position is bad to take. Because in the end, once you learn the timing of the kiting, you simply need to understand where to right click. And 99% of the ADCs, again, they just lose when they start to right click. They just right click in weird positions and they can't keep control of their character.